I'm Dexter.
I'm Oxnard.
Boss.
And we just saw World War Z.
That's right. We
just
saw it.
fresh from the theater.
That's right. All right. Well, first I wanted to ask you a few questions.
What do we think?
I remember.
Hold on. What do we think?
Hold on. Before preamble.
Preamble.
Preamble. The book World War Z. I remember
Never read it.
You never read it? Because I remember you were telling me about it. It's
I've been wanting to read. It's Max Brooks.
Yeah,
and
Mel
he did
Brooks'
the
son.
I think so.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure.
I think it's that Max Brooks.
Right.
Is there another Max Brooks? I don't know. But I always get nervous. I don't want to say, "Oh yeah, that's Mel Brooks' son," and then people are gonna be like, "You're a fucking idiot! What are you talking about?"
Just say
I'm gonna say it's Mel Brooks' son.
Say things and mean it.
I mean nothing. I say.
Okay, I thought you read the book, so
No, I read.
Because I thought he wrote like a zombie survival guide.
He did, and that I have pretty much read.
Oh, so he's
memorized.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because I have that.
Okay.
And then
I
he
thought
did
the
that
movie.
before this.
I thought the movie was based off that zombie survival guide. So
No, it's based off his novel World War Z.
Okay.
Yeah, that came out that he did after the survival guide. I'm pretty sure.
Okay. So we haven't. By the way, on the ride home, we did not speak about it.
Yeah,
silent after the
Very
movie ended. We
difficult.
haven't talked. So this is our first initial conversation about the movie.
Keeping our mouths shut for that
All right.
long.
Well, I'll say this. I
It's
think
not
it started extremely strong. It was like from the beginning, boom, action. And I was really into it, and my heart was pounding. And then it just kind of like petered out at the end, and I was just I knew what happens to him at the end was going to happen.
Right.
I knew that was what was going to happen.
Well, they were leading up
and
to
we'll
it.
get to that. But
So how did you like the movie? How would you? rate?
overall, I liked it a lot, except it kind of got weak for me at the end. So I ended up loving the first half and feeling like okay about the second half, and so it kind of like made me like it less.
Boss, what did you think?
No, I really liked it, but I think it's hard to end a zombie movie because what your options are either
It's not
everybody's
hard.
dead.
It's not hard then.
You know, or what?
Oxnard
Well,
disagrees.
either you don't end it, you just leave it, and we could just come up with our own conclusions, or everybody dies,
Which is kind of what they did.
or they did the kind of ending that they did, where maybe we got a little hope here,
Shit ending.
Yeah, I thought it was. It
Let's
was.
all-
It was weak. It was very
ending.
weak ending.
But I'm saying
all
there's
take
not,
care of
there
each
might not
other
be,
and drink
like, a
Pepsi
strong
together.
ending option.
Oh man,
All right.
that was great.
Yeah, I felt the same. I thought I loved the opening. I was like, boom, they wake up, the kids, yay, we're a family, let's make pancakes. Next scene,
Yeah.
the zombie apocalypse start. And I was like, perfect.
Out of nowhere.
Beautiful.
Yeah.
I think Dawn of the Dead, the remake, did it similar. She's like working in the hospital, and then she wakes up, and the husband is just immediately a zombie.
Yeah, they're attacked by that little girl, and then
Because the thing I hate is when they like, there's news of a virus and people, and then it slowly starts. It needs
there's so much exposition going,
and
on
I like
in the
that they live in
beginning.
an extremely high populated area,
Yeah.
and then when the crowd starts going crazy, you start seeing glimpses that look, this guy is doing like.
Yeah, the confusion was awesome. That's what got my heart racing because I was like, well, wait, you
Who's
could
a zombie,
tell
who isn't?
that someone was there. There was like some zombies like peppered into this crowd,
right.
but you had no idea where there was because it was just chaos.
Oh,
everywhere.
and the other thing we were talking about
So
on
the
the ride
fear was
there,
great.
I was like, it's weird how in zombie movies. We were talking about this.
Yeah.
They never call them zombies.
Right, I was saying.
I
that in
liked
all
that
the-
this movie.
all the
Yeah.
previews and stuff. They don't say zombie movie, but it's World War Z. So you're like,
yeah,
zombie movie.
They drop zombie quite
Because that's the thing I hate.
was
Like, I almost wish they would, in the movie, they would have said, like, have you ever seen Dawn of the Dead? Like, I wish they had talked about zombie movies, and it's like, we knew.
Did you ever read Max Brooks' Zombie Survival Guide? Oh shit! I'm glad I bought that book. Available on Amazon.
It's the most meta movie ever made. So yeah, it started strong, and then there were just parts of it where I was just like, just get to the zombies already. Like, just people standing around, talking. I like the part in the, the whole car part, and then they go to Newark, New Jersey. And,
yes. that was funny
Insert
because
joke here.
Right.
Yeah, it was so great.
They're showing you a bunch of cities, right, that are like ruined, I guess, but they go to Newark, and I'm like, oh, Newark's good.
I know. I leaned over.
It's all smoking
I leaned
and
over to
dark.
Oxnard and I said, oh, Newark's the same. No, it hasn't reached it. Newark is
thriving.
Hasn't reached Newark. Yeah, it's just like explosions
and then
everywhere.
they make their
Chaos.
way. They make their way to the apartment building, and they meet the Hispanic family. And then they gain a new party member, which is the little kid who.
For some reason, the family decide that was so weird. Like,
Okay, well
they
first
let
of all,
them in. What was going on? How did that girl get separated? And then she was just The daughter, one of Brad Pitt's daughters gets.
We'll get
like,
to that.
separated.
We'll get to that.
Okay.
But that little kid, when his family, that kid took it very well.
He
that
took
his
it
family,
so well. Yeah.
He was no crying scene. He was just like,
He's hardened. He's from Newark.
his name was Tommy, I think.
That's true.
How do you know that was his real family? Maybe he's foster
the
kid.
apartment building was much better off that way.
Yeah.
Who knows?
And then they get to the aircraft carrier, and then they're like, "Look, your family can stay here, but you have to start working for us." And then they send them
to Brad Pitt, right? Yeah.
They send them to Korea, and they land on this. It looks like an unpowered aircraft carrier.
I don't know what it was.
No, where they are? No, they're in a base. They're in
the plane.
Yeah, right. And then they land on a base at a base.
Okay,
but it's been overrun, and there's like no power, and there's these soldiers and everything hanging out there, and they're pretty much immediately attacked.
Yeah. By the way, this is very spoiler heavy, so just
right.
So,
yeah, we'll put it in the title.
Yeah. And then they need to refuel the plane, and then blah blah blah. I don't want to go through the whole thing, but okay, let's just go from the beginning to the thing. Yeah. First of all, that little girl in the beginning.
The daughters I was so confused by. One was taking it very well. Mm-hmm. The youngest one.
Like, here, Daddy, here's your rifle.
Yeah, but she kept disappearing nonstop. She kept leaving to do her own thing.
Oh, God. Oh, that just reminded me of one guy that I hate in this movie. All right,
and then, first of all, that's an argument not to have kids. Because when the zombie apocalypse comes, that's like a whole other thing you have to worry about. And also, the other girl had asthma, which I thought would play into it later.
And she took everything way worse than the other daughter, like 50 times worse. The one girl was like, she was clearly upset and disturbed, but she was more like, inquisitive. Like, what are these things? Yeah. And she had her doll with her, and she felt safe with the family. The other girl was like going catatonic at some points. And she was having the asthma attack, but I'm not talking about that part, but
yeah,
she was taking.
No, but I gotta say, like, all the human characters, like, I didn't feel like anything towards a lot of them. Like, I just, I know they were trying to throw in like this family and then make it like this loving family, but I didn't feel.
Well, it worked
tension.
It worked more in the beginning of the movie, and then as the movie went along, I just stopped. You stopped caring, and then everything I felt like became more predictable, and it was less exciting. I felt like they shot their load off in the first act or two acts, and then the third act was sort of like, oh, well, we'll have to end it. We got to think of a way to bring it together, and it just didn't seem like very exciting to me, because the first part was so exciting.
Yeah.
Well, I thought the people who played zombies were really good.
Oh yeah, the zombies were awesome. Yeah. I wish we saw them more, and I wish we saw
they're really good.
More scenes of like them battling the zombies and
the teeth snapping. That was great.
Yeah, nice touches. Like when they come at you, they come at you like Pac-Man.
Yeah,
like you know what they want to do. They want to bite you.
Yeah, that was crazy. And I liked it. They were more about just rage and spreading the virus. It wasn't about eating. It seemed to me like they don't actually like you see in the very beginning when everything goes down when they're in Philadelphia when everything first starts to happen and Brad Pitt is like looking around and through the chaos and he sees this guy getting attacked. He's bit. He counts with the doll's like automated voice thing that's in the doll or whatever that starts playing. That's in the beginning when the attack's happening. Something punches like his daughter's doll and it presses like the box inside. It starts talking, and it's counting.
By the way, the people who made this movie definitely are Left 4 Dead fans because there were so many references. First of all, I thought that whole aircraft carrier scene. I thought that's a perfect Left 4 Dead.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I imagine 4 survivors. They land there and say, "Hey, the power's shut down. We gotta get out of here.
We gotta refuel the plane and then go."
And so you make your way deeper and deeper into the aircraft carrier.
Horde!
Yeah.
Cell phone went off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's when the horde triggered.
Oh yeah, and that cell phone.
Fucking cell phone. Brad Pitt when his wife calls him, his cell phone goes off. That's what causes like most of them to die, except for
there were
Brad Pitt now and the fucking pilot. And then when Brad Pitt's talking to his wife, she's like, "I tried calling you before." I would have been like, "Yeah, you almost fucking killed me."
Yeah, like there were so many little mistakes everyone was making, especially near the end. I was just going out of my mind.
Oh my God.
The first big mistake is
Don't even get me started on that fucking guy.
We're introduced to this character who's like a scientist who has this idea, and he's the guy who says we got to go to Korea and we're gonna get this. First of all, they give this guy a gun. This guy has no training with a gun.
Right.
They
didn't
exit
get that
it.
either.
The guy, I would have told it, look, stay back here. We're gonna check this out, make it safe. No, this is what they did. They hand the guy a gun, and then Brad Pitt's like, "Oh, keep your hand off the trigger." They show a shot of him. Oh, okay. So
He's
meaning, like, if he
clearly
got
amped
scared,
up.
he was just gonna start shooting his foot.
Yeah, he's fucking
and then
nervous as hell.
a zombie starts running at them, and he turns and runs. He trips.
Well,
Somehow.
it was raining.
Yeah.
And so when he goes
And I
back
was
up
a little
the
confused.
aircraft carrier ramp, to get
The
back
guy
into
ends
the
up
plane, he
shooting
slips.
himself.
Right, so he slips and falls, and
Shoots
then
himself.
his hand comes out, and then
Yeah.
as his arm hits the ground, his arm has fallen by his
front of his
head,
face, and
and
he just
shoots himself in the head by accident.
That was
and kills
so
himself.
stupid. Because I thought you
I-
could have avoided that.
It was stupid, but I liked that
You
they
knew
did
that guy was
at
gonna
the
die.
same time.
You knew he was gonna die.
Yeah,
I
but
like
kill him
that.
with zombies. Don't give him a gun.
Yeah, but you know what I liked
yeah,
about it?
that's
Because
true, that's
you
true.
weren't expecting it, and
I
because
guess
you
you
thought
weren't,
at
right.
that point, you thought after the movie's over and you think, oh, that's stupid. But at the time, I was like, wow, that's awesome because because
dick.
this guy's supposed to be the savior, right?
Right.
He's supposed to be the smartest guy. He's going to be the one that they need to figure out how to stop this. And then as soon as the mission
yeah.
actually begins, it immediately goes to shit. That's what I liked.
That was a
about
lot of
it.
things in this movie. There were a lot of moments where I think they wanted the audience to go like, "Oh shit, everything's gone to hell." But it just, to me, it made me laugh, especially the Jerusalem part.
Yeah.
Where like,
Yeah, I heard you
the,
laughing at
the
the,
second he lands. He meets the guy. He's like, "Yeah, we built these walls, and we're the safest thing."
Yeah.
At that exact moment, that's when everyone decides to start like getting mics and singing a song. And the zombies,
Yeah.
they do this thing.
I love that too. I don't
Yeah.
know why. I think it's cool.
That
It's
was
pretty intense.
That was really cool.
The zombie human pyramid.
Yeah, so basically
It's
they start
really
all
cool.
climbing the wall. They all like start building up because they're all shoving against the wall.
I believe
And then
it.
they
I like
keep
that a
climbing
lot.
on top of it. And then so naturally they're just going like
if you
up.
got enough zombies, that's gonna happen.
And I like
man.
later on
Yeah,
in
that
the
was
movie,
nuts.
he refers to the zombies. They're like a river and like.
Oh, right,
And
around the rock.
what I liked, the reason I like them towering up is because it really shows like it's like they're just one giant biophysical mass that's working in unison. So it's almost like a blob
Yeah.
because
Right.
you can see like when they go through doors, it's just like they're bashing into each other, and it's just like a flowing force. And then like when they come to get you, they don't care. Like they dive off buildings, they're landing on
they
cars.
don't right. They don't have any concern for their body.
yeah,
They-
it's
I like
great.
when what happens is they jump off. At one point, maybe it was in Jerusalem, and I think when they're jumping off the wall, coming down, and they just like land on the ground or on like
Yeah.
these buses,
Like
and
how-
then they're just like dragging like their half like broken corpses.
Yeah, like the
Yeah.
first
like around 'cause
zombies.
their backs are broken.
The
so
first
their legs
zombies
don't
that
work.
land, they break the fall for the next zombie wave, and it's just like a continuous thing. Like it's just like this force, you can't stop it. Which
I thought
Yeah,
the
that was really cool.
Zombies
Yeah.
were great.
I like the zombies a lot. I wish there was more. This is the weird thing. I know it's stupid to say, but I really. I
See,
was-
wow, really wish there was more because
Really, I thought
there
there
were
was
a
appropriate
fucking
amount of action
shitload.
scenes.
It
I wish there was
almost-
more like a mountain.
I wish
zombies?
there were more like one-on-one,
Oh, I see
like
what
a
you mean.
group of people. I wish it was
Right.
more like Left 4 Dead.
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
it's
I
just
got
because
you,
I love
yeah.
Left 4 Dead so
Right.
much.
It was always like so many zombies.
was
we can't
massive,
stand
right.
and fight them like that kind
It was
of thing.
always a
Yeah.
citywide.
Yeah, I understand.
or-
I
yeah,
agree
yeah.
with that. I agree with that.
Oh, well, on the plane itself, after the Jerusalem scene, I think maybe you got something closer to what you wanted, right? Although that was
Yes.
like, why was that zombie? So this is the problem I have with that scene. So they get on a
This is-
plane, right? Oh, the awesome part was when he's with this one Israeli soldier, this woman. She gets bit on the hand as they're escaping.
Right.
Now overrun Jerusalem. He
Brad Pitt.
immediately cuts her hand
Yeah.
off and starts counting to make sure that she doesn't turn, which I thought was awesome also when he's
early in the
fighting off
film,
in the beginning. He's fighting off zombies.
There are moments in the film where Brad Pitt looks behind him and he observes what's happening, and he focuses on like in the beginning. There's like he sees a zombie and he's counting his head like 1, 2, 3, and he's seeing how quickly the person who just got bit is going
Right,
to turn.
right.
And then later on, he sees like an old man in a crowd, and he's like, "Oh, look, the zombies are avoiding him. Why is that?" And
Yeah.
there's a few moments like
Yeah.
that, and then there's also a lot of flashbacks, which I don't think were necessary, but I guess
Because it was like, oh, this happened 20 minutes ago.
Yeah.
Let me revisit this.
But
yeah.
what were you saying?
Oh, so anyway,
On the plane?
so on the plane, yeah, he does the same thing. I think he does the same thing too in the apartment building in Newark before they escape. He gets some like blood from this zombie that's attacking him in his mouth.
Yeah, we'll talk
so
about
he
this,
goes to
'cause
the
this is-
rooftop and he's standing over the edge, and he starts counting until he's confident he doesn't turn.
So right there,
I thought that was good.
They I thought that was good too. But right there, they established that he's immune. Which is
well, no, not that it's immune,
just that he
didn't get infected that way.
Right.
If it goes in your mouth, I would imagine.
I don't know.
Well, they could.
Apparently
I don't know. Maybe not. That's what I thought,
the mouth, it doesn't necessarily get in your bloodstream. Maybe he doesn't have any, like open sores.
You think he spit it
also,
out?
They
concentrate. Maybe he just swallowed it.
Yeah, that's true. They concentrate on the bite.
I don't know.
Too more than
but that's what I'm saying. The bite
else
is in your system.
Right. Did you watch any trailers before this? Because I saw that
just commercials that were on TV.
I didn't see any commercials or trailers. It was just
really? Did you know it was about zombies before?
I knew it was about zombies, and then I knew Brad Pitt was in it, and then
Brad Pitt was actually good in this movie. Usually I hate him.
Right.
Usually I think he sucks.
I didn't think he was amazing. Okay. I didn't have a problem with him.
Brad Pitt.
Yeah,
I didn't think he was amazing either. I didn't say that. I just thought
he
was not terrible.
Right.
I thought he did a good job.
Yeah, I didn't mind
He
him.
was fun. Anyway, because I told my girlfriend I don't want to know anything about the movie, and then she was
going fresh.
Yeah, and then she was looking up the movie, and she said, "Oh, Matthew Fox is in this. Did you see Matthew Fox?"
Yes.
What?
You didn't notice Matthew Fox?
Really?
No.
Was he a soldier?
Yeah. I wanted to say, it's Jack. He was he was on the helicopter that rescues them. He had the smallest role. His career has not been going well. He had the smallest role. He was on the helicopter that saves Brad Pitt and his family from Newark. Okay,
Oh, really?
And then when later on when they think Brad Pitt's dead, spoiler alert, they drag and they're dragging his family to a relocation zone. Mm-hmm. He is with them. He brings them to the chopper.
Oh,
yeah. That's basically all he did.
I did not notice.
He had a handful.
I
of
was
lines.
looking for him, and I did not.
Yeah,
I didn't know.
I was gonna say Oxnard to you that look, Jack is in this because when I saw him at first I wasn't sure, and then I was like, oh yeah, it's him. But then I forgot because he was just hardly in it.
Right. Okay. So.
So anyway, what was I talking about?
On the how the zombie got on the plane.
So on the plane. Yeah, so he cuts. So he's
there's a
tending to
little
the hand.
chihuahua.
Right? Then they're on this plane the whole fucking flight, right?
Right, for hours.
People are there. First, they're scared in the beginning when they're taking off. People are screaming, and it's very loud and boisterous. And zombies, they established earlier, respond to noise, right? And so they will go to that. So then this zombie apparently, there's this chihuahua barking. They're about to land at their new destination, and this stewardess opens a closet door to put something away, and a fucking zombie pops out and starts attacking her.
Laundry.
Why was that zombie just in there the whole
only
time?
thing I could make sense of it was that was the toilet room.
I thought he was
the bathroom.
That's what I thought.
Toilet room.
Crawling up from a cargo area.
I thought it was
a
guy.
This zombie's been on a 5-hour flight, okay, and not been trying to bust out or anything with this plane full of people making noise and all that stuff. I was like, what the fuck? And then she opened the thing and he was like, chomp, 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 chomp.
I don't know.
By the way, this movie
is
mostly all the scares in this movie are jump scares. It's just showing you a
I didn't
quick
think
thing.
It was scary.
Yeah, but I was telling you on the
ride home. It was intense though.
It was intense.
The people to my right were jumping at everything, and it was annoying me. Someone opens a door quickly. Oh
God.
I jumped twice. There were scene in the beginning made me jump, and then
because that was intense. Because that was the first when everything first went down. Yeah. And when they first leave the apartment building, is that what you're talking about?
When
they leave the apartment?
It was when the motorcycle passes the car real quick and
that part. Oh yeah, that's in the very beginning.
And then I was it's going to be one of these movies where they just done.
I thought it was a little scary. I thought when they're in Newark in the apartment building walking around and there's the lights and everything.
Scary.
That was pretty freaky.
And you could just hear noises faintly in the distance.
Right.
I liked the zombie noises a lot.
Yeah, they were really good.
Really
they were
awesome.
Left to Dead noises though. They were Left to Dead noises, definitely.
Yeah. And then the teeth chomping.
I thought at the end, when he's at the medical facility, and
you want to just talk about the ending?
All right,
because that's all I really want to talk about.
Yeah. So, all right. First of all, the fucking guy when they're what? All right. No, I'm
okay.
Go ahead. Say
okay.
What you're
So
Sorry.
the plane. There's a zombie on the plane.
Establish this. Yeah.
The zombie starts infecting everyone in the back. Either the guy felt sick and hid in a closet for 5 hours, and a dog.
I don't know.
I don't understand why he wasn't getting angry at the dog barking, but apparently the guy.
That was my point. He wasn't getting angry at any noises.
Yeah.
And so you'd think because they hate the noise or they're attracted to it so much, you'd think he'd be banging. They established too that they
banging around in
through
there.
glass.
I think
they'll smash through anything.
In there.
Yeah.
Just like you couldn't get out.
They go
but
head
there's
first.
A part, you see the plane. It's so quiet. Everyone's sleeping and stuff. I don't know.
There's a lot of things like
that.
that.
So
there's
I
some
missed,
points
like
where the zombies like break through things. You're like, oh wow. And there's just some other parts where it's like, oh, the zombie's not breaking through that. Then they just
I don't know.
headbutt
Do
through
they
a
have
windshield
superhuman
before,
strength, or do they not?
Yeah,
you know what I
it's
mean?
a little strange.
I think they do get stronger because there's some like
Well, he did say that when you kill some of them, they get crazier. So maybe that's why.
So anyway, the back of the
when we see
plane.
them really going nuts is
So
because
they're
some of them
in
have
a-
been killed.
they're
They're
in
going
a
fucking
rage.
nuts. Yeah, they're
Okay.
blood drunk.
The people sitting in coach all get infected. They start piling up all the luggage.
Right? Yeah.
all the first class.
Don't buy Coach.
And here's like another stupid mistake. A guy like drops a bag and he's like, oh! Like first of all, if the curtain opens, like turn away and just slowly pull it back. So then everything's going nuts. The girl has a grenade, so Brad Pitt grabs it and he's like,
Right.
all right, let's do this. He throws a grenade, blows a hole in the plane.
Everyone flies out. All the zombies.
Yeah. I was sure one of them was going to fly into the engine, and but they didn't do that.
Yeah.
In fact, when they were taking off, I thought the horde of zombies were going to run at the plane and just start getting sucked in the engines, and the plane was going to get stuck.
God.
That's what I was
That
imagining.
would have been nuts.
Yeah.
That what you do.
But it wasn't an R-rated movie. It was PG-13, I think.
That's true. Yeah,
So,
it was.
It wasn't that gory, really. It
Well,
was,
it was
Yeah,
PG-13.
they hid a bunch of parts that would have
That's
been
true.
more
Like
gory.
when he's smashing some skulls
Right.
open,
And
they
when
didn't
there's
show
a-
that.
when they're explaining like the origin to like the soldiers in Korea, and they're talking about the doctor, and the doctor moves his head, and you know the zombie's gonna bite his face, but you don't see it.
Oh, right.
Right.
Yeah, they go behind and they
Right.
imply that.
oh,
that was
another
happening.
thing. That guy whose leg was... He said he
yeah.
hurt his leg. Did they ever touch back on that?
No, they
because
didn't.
they flashed
I still
back
don't
to that
understand.
guy.
Yeah, and I thought, oh shit, this guy's gonna turn. Just there's something keeping him from turning quickly.
And
I
then-
thought.
and the other
'Cause-
part in that room is that they showed all the charred remains, but then one of the hands is still moving. So I
Yeah.
thought they were implying like, oh, it's just even if it's just a hand, it would still try and get you or something.
That's true. Yeah, so I guess that guy's brain.
I wasn't
that
sure.
one's
I
brain
like
had
the
been
rules in zombie movies to be very clear. Like they say, if you shoot
There
him
are
in the
no
torso.
rules.
They
Zombie
established
movies.
those rules, though. And the thing,
Yeah, but if you
taking
show
the
me-
head out does the best job of killing them.
Distracted
The
the
body
noise.
will slow them, and they talk about taking their legs out so that at least they're on the ground.
Yeah, but then they show me a room where they burned down a bunch of people. Who
Yeah,
knows
and
how
then
long
one-
ago? And there's a hand still
Yeah,
moving.
there's a hand still wiggling. Yeah,
So
I didn't
I was-
get that.
I kind of liked it though.
And
even
what
though
was
I
with that
didn't.
guy's leg? They
And
bring
I
up
thought
the
that
leg.
was foreshadowing when he cut off her hand that somehow her hand was going to be like on the plane, like trying to get her or
That'd
something.
be
Yeah, wait, it followed them
Oh, man.
from the ground in Jerusalem, like what was
In
it,
a little
thing from
parachute.
Adam's Family or whatever.
When he had that flashback to what the soldier said, I thought he was thinking, oh, even though I cut her hand off, she's like a passive infected or something. That's what I thought.
Or
was
wait,
gonna
or
happen.
did that
I didn't-
imply that because he
Well, it's 'cause
realizes
what
that
happens-
the thing to do is to camouflage. He realizes that these people were all ill in some way, and that's why the zombies don't
so
go
maybe-
to them.
and
So
that's-
maybe this guy just had like a bum leg.
Is that
Why
don't-
Why did they have
because-
to inject themselves with terrible diseases?
No, listen. Didn't they say that guy? Because the whole point of showing that guy, the guy said, "Oh, I wasn't attacked," and then he's like, "What's wrong with your leg?" So the zombies didn't attack because
he
has
said
the leg.
it's been
Yeah.
bothering him for a while.
Okay, so that makes sense. Because
yeah,
the zombies
but
don't want him because
apparently
he can't move fast.
I
Oh,
guess,
that's
but they're just
strange.
fucking. The zombies don't
How did they
care,
know?
though.
Yeah.
The thing is about
Maybe,
that, the
I was
zombies
thinking
don't
maybe
care if
they
they
could
can't move.
smell the disease, maybe, but a bum leg. I mean, that's not
Well, they
a
can. They
reason
imply that it's a smell. At the
really?
end, I think, yeah, because the one zombie is like trying to smell, but
Yeah,
he's
that's
like
what I was thinking.
sniffing
right,
at the
right.
air.
But that's
and
what I'm saying
suddenly
with
can't
the
see
bum
Brad
leg. He smells his bum leg.
That's what I mean too. And what is it? These zombies are fucking jumping off of like the fucking wall from Game of Thrones, practically.
And I would think-
and they don't give a shit. Why do
Yeah.
they care? Oh, this guy's got a fucking he's got a club foot. I don't want to go with
Exactly.
that guy. Well, who gives a
and
shit?
even if they are, if you
Like
do have
they're-
like a terminal disease and they're running towards you, do they have time to really detect that?
Yeah, that's
like
the other thing.
what doesn't make sense.
Like there
Yeah.
not one zombie in that horde of hundreds that would have made like a mistake and maybe tripped on him.
right?
Tripped
Yeah,
on with
yeah.
his mouth open.
Yeah. Exactly.
Like,
exactly.
Yeah, but okay, so then they crash in the plane,
Right, they're like by whales now.
and the woman survives.
Not the animals, the country.
It seems like the only two people that survive. It seemed like everywhere Brad Pitt goes, he's the only one who survives.
Yeah. Well,
He's the
everywhere he
only-
went, something went
him and
horribly
one
wrong.
other person,
especially
right.
Jerusalem.
Usually because of his wife. No.
Yeah.
So, yeah, Jerusalem, That place gone, and then him and the girl are the only
I
people
thought
that
that was
survived the plane
so.
crash.
It was so funny because I was like, "That's when that happens." Like when he
Also,
gets there.
I was like, well, this is too loud immediately as soon as it started happening. And then after 20 minutes of singing, Brad Pitt's going, it's too loud. It's too loud.
Right.
Yeah. You just realized there's been like 15 minutes of feedback going on.
Yeah, really. It's like,
it's too loud. No,
God.
remember the other moment that someone just states the obvious at the end? The guy's like, they're going right past him.
Oh, yeah.
He said it twice.
He kept
and I was
saying
like,
it.
yes.
He said, you're going right past him. Did you see that? They went right past him. And then he goes, it's like it's not even there. Or like, he goes, like he's nobody, the guy says. like the zombies are going to know, oh my God, it's Brad Pitt.
drinking a Pepsi.
So look at these zombies treating Brad Pitt like he's a nobody.
All right.
Don't they know how
I was
handsome he
curious,
is?
like,
that guy was a retard.
if you're terminal and they're not attacking you, what if you like smack one? Do they get angry?
Yeah,
at
that's
you?
what I
was
wanted to
wondering
say.
about that.
Yeah.
Because they're still.
Yeah.
Because
You
they
know,
still
or
get
is the
this-
zombie going to think, you know what? I fucking hate this guy. I don't care if he has cancer. I am
exactly.
fighting him.
Yeah. Like if I start like poking the zombie,
Yeah.
and I'm
Hey,
like, aren't they gonna go like, like start trying to attack? Like some zombie movies, they do that. They have like the laboratory scene, and they have a guy behind the glass. And I thought they were gonna have that scene because they had one of the doctors there.
Mm-hmm.
She was like, that was the second jump scare when they showed her. She just like bashes her head against the window.
oh right.
She was freaky.
So I thought they were gonna start. Showing like, look, this is the stimuli, and like if you do this, they attack this. Remember the scene in South Park, like change the guy in the basement who has the bum.
Yeah,
He's like,
yeah.
watch what happens when we give him change. Like, there's always a scene like that to explain it to the audience.
Yeah, exactly. But that was part of what I liked about the movie was that you felt the confusion and the fear of so many people because it happens so quickly and so widespread and so chaotic, and nobody has answers. So I did like that, but in the end, it started to betray. It's the movie because they had to like deliver now this information, and it was just kind of
It started
like,
becoming
silly and boring.
after
at
the
that
plane
point.
crash. They get to that research center,
Right.
and it becomes more about Brad Pitt trying to get this serum and
Right, he comes up with a plan based on what he's noticed
Yeah.
and on his flashbacks that this virus doesn't think.
And
will
they set up a
affect
really cool
people that have been sick.
thing here. Like what? This part of the what was it? It was like a medical research area.
Oh yeah, so there's
And so they're like, okay, so this is, and then you have to go to B Wing,
Right,
which is
right.
across the sky bridge.
where they
What's
where they
wrong
keep
with B-Wing?
the lethal diseases. Hold on though. I thought that was funny because they said they're in the main building, right? And then there's B Wing where they had to go
yeah.
to get the
contain-
terminal
The
terminal
virus, yeah, that's
disease,
where the
right. And
Yeah,
I
they're in the
found it
vaults.
funny when they get to B Wing, the first thing they walk through is a cafeteria. They keep their cafeteria where they keep the lethal
right.
diseases.
Well,
What?
that's true. They made it.
What is
the
that?
way the movie. That's true. I didn't even realize that.
I was thinking about
guess
that immediately.
I assumed that.
Why wouldn't it be in the main building, the cafeteria?
Right.
That's true. I assumed that. And the one guy says it's a maze.
It's a
the
maze,
one
yeah.
fucking moron that goes with them,
Oh,
who
that
I'll
guy.
get to in a second. Who I hated. Absolutely, this guy
That guy-
is completely fucking useless. The whole movie.
This is the guy you kick.
This
if
is the
you're
guy
playing
that's in
Left 4 Dead.
charge. What is he in charge
So
of?
many
And what
rules are
for?
broken
Kicks
during
the
that
can,
scene.
right? He kicks the can.
He kicks the can. He opens the fucking creaky door. He
Twice.
slams his fucking.
And hold on.
He opens
gets
the door
to the
twice.
thing.
Why is that door
He-
so creaky?
If
They
he
make-
wasn't there, they would have been fine.
I thought it was really funny
He
when
smashes
they're
the
sneaking-
crowbar against a
Yes,
metal
Right.
surface.
I
It
thought
was
it was
awful.
really funny when they're sneaking around and there's just so much noise and it's just like everything's like clanging and echoing and the lights turn on all
was
the way down the hallway.
ridiculous.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
It
The
was
other thing-
ridiculous.
funny. It was
this
funny
guy.
because-
So this guy's in charge, right? And then they're going. So they have to go back to the vault. I thought that the cafeteria was farther away from this.
Yeah,
thing, 'cause he says it's
this is
like a
spe-
maze. They'll
you have
get
to
lost.
keep the diseases in a special containment area.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, it is funny though. The
But
way
not next
the
to
way
the
it seemed,
cafeteria.
it's like all right, because the way they set it up, it's like we got to go to B Wing. B Wing's loaded with zombies, and that's where the diseases are. And then they get there, and the first thing they see is the cafeteria.
Yeah.
So that's
Well, I
pretty
imagine
funny.
that's like the skyline, so I imagine they're on the top floor, and then maybe
Yeah.
the stuff is like downstairs.
Yeah.
The other thing, when he opens the door, he picked the stupidest weapon to hold the door open. He puts
the
the axe
axe.
in there.
Yeah.
Well, it
That
fits
leaves
so
you-
perfectly, I think. That's,
Yeah, but a crowbar you can kind of wedge in there.
guess so, yeah.
Because you put
Yeah.
the axe in there,
I
all you
mean-
have is a bat and
You
a
know what
crowbar.
I thought was going to happen? One of them was going to like nudge the door and the axe was just going to fall. That's what thought was going to happen.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh,
So
like the
After
guy
he
like
wedges
leaning
it,
on it?
yeah,
Oh,
someone's
okay.
just going to bump it
Yeah.
and fall out.
But so anyway, so then they go in there. The one guy, it's Brad Pitt, the female soldier, and
Who has one hand now.
Who has one hand, right?
And this is where it becomes more like a
game,
like a suspense movie.
Yes, because so now it's they have to be as quiet as possible. They're in B-Wing. They've established that there's 80 zombies in there, okay? And so they're walking around, and the first thing this fucking asshole does, the one guy, is he accidentally kicks a soda can, Mountain Dew can.
And the cut looks like it's just a guy who kicks a can. It didn't look like he accidentally...
Right. I don't know
like
who walks the way this guy walks.
Exactly.
He's like walking like he's in a fucking marching band, or he's like a soldier, like in those... You see like the footage of communist Russia when they're in the Red Square and the soldiers are walking, kicking their legs out. That's how this guy walks.
Where you're going. And then there's another part where they're stepping on glass, and there's obviously other areas where you can step. And then, but he steps on the biggest piece of glass.
Let me do it. Yeah, let me do it slowly so it crunches more. And then the one fucking guy who's the boss of this place, he opens this door that apparently that they passed. I was so confused. So
he knows the way.
But so they go past the door, then they see like a zombie down the end of this corridor, and then they back up, and then they're like, "Oh, look, here's the door." That's how it looked to me.
So he creaks open the door.
So then, which is so creaky, and so he's
then Brad Pitt looks at him, going, "You idiot!" And then this is what the guy does. He looks at the door and does it again.
Yeah, and then Brad Pitt does it a third time to put his axe in to hold the door open so it doesn't creak closed.
Like, wait, guys! I know this door. Creakiest door here.
Let me show you.
There's many other quieter, easier ways to go. But I always this is my normal way, okay?
I lost
can't
my
switch my routine
at this
up.
door.
Yeah. So then they're like, okay, crisis averted there, all right?
Yeah.
Then it's like, all right, it's down this way. And he turns around, he just walks in like a fucking metal filing cabinet and just slams his fucking crowbar into the side of it. Right. And I knew that was going to happen because he was like... He was kind of walking with his back, like, to where he was going, and he's talking to and then I was like, he's gonna hit this fucking thing, and then he turns around and goes, gong!
Maybe he's got, like,
game over.
Maybe he's got, like, no depth perception, like, one eye is...
Yeah, but imagine yourself in that situation. Every step I take, I would be so nervous. I wouldn't just be like a drunk guy going down a hallway.
When I saw him turn around, I saw that obstacle in his way before he even hit it. I threw my arms up, and I was like, great.
So then something happens. The zombies start chasing him. Well, she shoots a gun, and that attracts all the attention.
Oh, right. And then Brad Pitt gets separated from the two of them.
Brad Pitt distracts them. The guy comes back. I thought this scene was going to end with, he grabs the axe and they're running. I thought this guy was going to end up, like, tripping and cutting his head off.
They've established that they may do something like he accidentally hobbles the girl and, like, cuts his own head off in the same
like some
swipe. And then the axe keeps going and hits her in the head.
Yeah.
So then they make their way back to the other wing through the sky
And the
bridge.
reason they're going there is because Brad Pitt's like, the zombies, they don't attack you if they detect that you have a terminal disease or something.
Right, Brad Pitt, he distracts me. He's gone. So they're escaping, and he ends up making his way
Which is kind of an
towards
insult to that skinny kid they didn't attack, because that kid could have just been like a puny wimp. It doesn't mean he was terminally ill.
I don't bite
He's bald.
wimps.
Maybe he had cancer. That's why.
I think that's why, yeah.
Right.
And the old
He
man
could've
was
just been a
just
nerdy
old.
guy.
Ew. Old guy.
well.
Gross.
Yeah. Like, what did that old guy do after that swarm passed away?
He's just like, we just starved to death, I guess, there. Start dancing. All right, finally, I got the city to myself. My dreams come true. I don't know why he sounds like that in Jerusalem. I don't know.
So
Maybe he's a tourist.
He gets to the containment area. He starts chugging SARS.
And he's trapped. He's trapped there because at the Sky Bridge, all these zombies have collected there now. And as soon as that happened, I knew how Brad Pitt was going to escape this scenario.
Yeah, there was a zombie right there. I don't know when the zombie came in. Well, they showed it was like an automatic door, so maybe the zombie just kind of wandered.
Oh, that's
in
true. Yeah, and
after
then
maybe the phone call or something.
He gets He ends up getting trapped in the vault and he's trapped in there. He leaves for some reason. I didn't understand this either. They do a close-up shot of him putting the crowbar outside of the door of the vault. Then he goes in the vault, and the door closed behind him, and he doesn't go in with the crowbar. I don't know why he decided to do that.
I think he was just placing it so it didn't, like, fall. I don't know.
But he puts it down so that he can take one hand and enter the code to open the door.
Weird, right.
Then he doesn't pick it back up.
Oh, I
you
don't
have
know.
two hands.
That is strange.
Put it in the other. If you're a
That is
righty,
really
okay,
weird.
I'll hold the crowbar in my left hand now and use my right hand to punch the code. Or if you're a lefty, you can do the opposite.
Right.
I don't understand what the point of that was.
Me
Just to
neither.
say that now he's trapped and he can't kill this zombie. So then he's forced to inject himself with one of these diseases,
Yeah.
which he may inject himself with one that just may kill him outright, apparently.
Yeah, that's
And
the other
then
thing. Like
it works.
He gave himself a pretty good amount of whatever one he chose. I would have done like
Yeah.
a tiny
I
little.
was thinking
drop
about that.
in-
I was like, how much, how does he know? And how is it? He injected like through his shirt. I didn't understand that either. He's just like got the needle.
He should have done it
it's
in his
loaded
eyeball.
with the disease. Yeah, in his anus.
Deleted
Squirt.
scene.
And then he just like is hovering. He does it through his like shirt. I didn't get that either.
And then the zombie detects it, and he walks out.
Right. Then he's there.
Then
Then
he grabs a Pepsi, which pissed
Right,
me.
that
No,
was
what?
the funniest part.
Yeah. Yeah. That's like a close up of him.
That was-
drinking.
That's when I was like,
Ah.
okay, what the fuck?
I was waiting for him to look at the camera and be like,
There were a few parts.
now that's refreshing.
Do,
Or it's like, just what I
that's
needed.
Coca-Cola. Sorry. Oops.
I'm a zombie for Pepsi. I don't know what that was. And then, but to be fair, they didn't. It was a color that wasn't like a color of a company. It wasn't like red or blue,
Right.
clearly.
It was.
And I thought it was like purpley.
Come on, it was.
It was
All right.
Pepsi.
I-
looked
well,
like
but
Pepsi
they didn't
machine.
have the name. Like there wasn't a name.
I
You
thought
just
I
saw
saw
like
a
the
logo.
blank side of a can.
Well, when
as
he
he's
drank it,
drinking.
he didn't show. It doesn't matter.
And then
It's
when
a
he
Pepsi
kicks him, he
commercial
kicks
in
him,
the
makes
middle
all
of
this
the
noise, and then, well, there was already the Mountain Dew commercial that they
Like
had when
you
they
could cut
kicked,
that up and make a Super Bowl commercial. He drinks the Pepsi, and then zombies ignore him. Like, there you go. I was just like, come on.
That's a great commercial.
It is. Wow.
They're
Don't
going
want to
right
get
past
eaten
him.
by zombies? Drink Pepsi. Savior of the zombie apocalypse.
I wanted more. I wanted to see some melee. I wanted to see like, and they're cutting through them, and they're trying to get
I
there.
agree with that. That'd be good.
That's what I wanted
Yeah.
more of.
I kind of thought the movie might end after the plane crash. Like, I thought that was the
they were
bad ending scenario.
Right.
You know, like a zombie just walks up to him, bites him, and then you see someone just running out of
Oh
the
yeah, that
forest.
would have been funny. He's like strapped in,
Yeah.
he can't get out, and like
Right.
zombie just goes,
And-
"Honk,"
Oh,
and
that'd
then
be
he
cool
goes,
if, like-
"Oh great," and then it cuts
like,
to
what if
black.
they just killed
Right.
him off, like halfway through the movie? That would have been cool too.
Well, they did that to like a bunch of other characters. That's how they did that instead. Because the whole point is you want this guy to survive and make it back to his
after
family.
seeing Brad Pitt for so long, I'm just like, okay, I've seen the guy enough. All right.
I agree. As soon as I was like, great, Brad Pitt's in World War Z, this probably will not be very good. But it was like pretty good.
I like the zombies.
I liked it.
I like
and
the
then I thought it
zombies
was
too,
I
but-
thought it was funny when he's like, he gets back in touch with his old boss from the UN, and he says, "We thought you were dead, and so your family, I couldn't help your family anymore, and they've been sent to like some refugee camp in Nova Scotia." And then he's like, "Oh fuck!" Like, do you know?
Nova
Do you know?
Scotia.
Do you know what I used to do for a living? And it's like, yeah. So they're not safe. And I was just thinking, like, man, how bad is this refugee camp in Nova Scotia? It can't be that bad.
Well, they show it at the end. He arrives on a boat and
They look
a
fine.
bridge, and
They seemed perfectly happy and healthy.
oh,
Nova
rains.
Scotia. You know how fucking cloudy it is up there all the time.
tucked all the way down.
My
there.
wife has seasonal depression. She will not last
She
up
has
there.
sad. Yeah. Then it ends with like a montage of like you see the Russians.
The battle for Moscow.
Oh,
Yeah.
right. What
They're like
is that
chugging
about?
vodka. They have scythes, and they're.
That was the
Apparently,
melee that you
Russia,
wanted
even
to
in the
see.
heart of the city, they only have farming equipment.
Yeah.
Because Moscow is apparently the most backward city still. There's people in Russia trying to farm in the middle of the city. There's a guy with there's like an old lady with a hoe on a concrete sidewalk.
Niet. Niet. Zombie.
Won't my wheat harvest come in?
Then it's a montage, and it's like, we have to learn to help each other.
And we had to
Yeah.
use
This war
the,
is just beginning.
the
Yeah, what did
the
that mean? The
developed,
war is
like,
just beginning.
Because this was not a cure; it was a camouflage. So
Right.
now
So
this
they
will
could
help
figure it
them
out.
along their way to getting the cure.
So is
And
there
in
going to be
the
another
meantime,
movie that has more?
I don't think so.
World War Z 2.
They kind of wrapped it up. I
Well,
felt.
think-
Yeah,
it was
they
just
did.
like it
no,
was-
because okay, well
Okay.
now we have the chance we needed, and so we're gonna figure this out. And you
Like-
see them. The one really cool shot in the movie was at the end when they have like this fucking just gigantic field that's got mountains of zombie bodies that
Oh,
they're
yeah,
burning,
yeah.
Oh, that
and there's
was
like
creepy.
bulldozers
Oh,
pushing
man.
it. That was fucking nuts.
Yeah. And they have some kind of like zombie bait in the middle of the stadium, and they all
Well,
lure
they're,
in,
they're
and
just
they
like
just shoot
they're blowing the
bomb.
speakers.
Yeah, that's
So
what it was.
good.
The feedback. It was the same thing that did Jerusalem in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
was
and then
pretty
that was
funny.
pretty awesome. Yeah.
Maybe
What
that-
stadium
maybe
was
that?
that? I
Was
wonder?
the stadium that they were piling all the bodies in? Maybe that
Maybe,
was
maybe, yeah, who
Maybe it
knows?
just
Oh,
reduced
that
the
was
rubble.
cool too. I liked. I liked how when they're flying, it's just him and the guy, and they're going to Jerusalem. Him and the pilot, and then you
outside-
see all of a sudden you see an H bomb go off.
Is that what it was?
Yeah, that was an
really?
atom bomb. It
Oh,
was like an
wow.
old school mushroom cloud.
Like,
it
what
was
the hell was
fucking
going
awesome.
on there?
Yeah,
I didn't know.
I was like, wow, where was that?
I kind of thought maybe, and then I thought it was
And then,
cool that
yeah.
it was moving the helicopter or the plane.
But then they show that the phone goes dead after that, and I assumed it was an EMP related
Well,
thing.
that
but
comes
then,
from a nuke, I think. Right?
Yeah.
But then I realize now that the plane wasn't affected by it. Wouldn't the plane's electronics be affected too? By
Well, the
that then?
helicopter,
if the phone was.
Wouldn't the helicopter just be more mechanically driven?
No, but what about all like the instruments and all the stuff? Like, wouldn't that mess with like his like things that measurement equipment and all that shit?
It messes with
I
the
mean, I'm not saying that the
satellite feed.
engines would shut off, but that must have like screwed up like whatever electronics were in the plane. I imagine.
Where were
didn't
they
show
flying in that shot? They were flying
To
to.
Israel.
to Jerusalem?
So
yeah.
was that like Iran or something?
Maybe, I don't know. Or
Oh, they also
maybe.
made mention that like North Korea.
Oh,
or-
right. The
like-
CIA
Oh.
guy, right? Who was selling.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
They meet like this
What?
crazy
They find a guy in a jail who I guess was
Has
selling
no
weapons.
Well, because he said, see, this was. I think the fact that he had no teeth was the only reason why Brad Pitt believed him. Because the guys in North Korea and Korea, South Korea, have this one ex-CIA agent who was arrested because he was selling arms to North Korea.
Right.
Okay, locked up. And so Brad Pitt's like, gotta talk to this guy.
Mm-hmm.
So then he's talking to him. He's got no teeth, and he's saying that the North Koreans are doing fine, not because of the guns, but because they pulled out the teeth of every citizen.
Every person.
In there. It's the greatest feat of like social engineering ever accomplished, he says.
I think that guy's just nuts.
And then he has.
I think he
has
pulled
no
his own teeth
I
out,
think
and he was
so.
just having fever dreams.
But
about
then
the-
Brad
Right.
Pitt's like, I believe this man.
What?
Because
Did
yes, because he goes to Jerusalem based off of that crazy person's advice.
Oh, he
but I
did.
guess what choice did he have?
I thought that was pretty extreme. All the teeth.
I thought they were going to start getting biblical about it when they started going
Yeah,
to Jerusalem.
me
Like
too.
it was like in the Bible, it said this would happen. But he more explains like the warnings the Jews have had before.
I think that was really
then he
cool.
was-
Yeah, I liked how they did with the 10th man thing.
Yeah, yeah.
I thought that was pretty awesome.
I thought it was cool too, but it immediately backfired.
Right,
I was
it
just
did.
like, shit.
yeah,
You know, the
because
10th
they're
man
fucking
also
stupid.
said they got to build a second wall for extra security.
Yeah.
If only
Oh god, yeah. If only we had an 11th man, we would have built
know.
the wall 10 feet higher.
If only we had flamethrowers on top.
If
of
anyone
the wall.
listening is like a mathematician or knows physics, like how high can you stack human body? You know, like
How
in-
fast and how
Yeah.
fast can they climb?
You got
like you know in
2,000
Spain
of
when they
them.
make like the human pyramids and then the kid climbs to the top.
Is that a
Yeah.
tradition in Spain?
No.
It's some
Yeah,
or
I've
never
in
heard of
Spain
that.
or Italy.
There's World
Yeah, they do
Records
that.
for
They make
those.
like these human pyramids. So that's what immediately when I saw it, I was like, oh shit, that was like the inspiration. So, but I was just wondering, like, how high can these zombies build themselves up before it
Could
just
they?
collapses?
Could they? And they don't need oxygen, right? Because they're dead. Could they build themselves to the moon?
I was almost thinking,
How
like-
many zombies would it take to climb to the moon?
I was almost thinking they were going to start amassing themselves together and make like one super form.
Ooh, super
Oh my
zombie.
god!
Well, think about it. If
Oh
they're all
my
working
God.
in unison, it's not like a
Right.
hive mind, but it's a biochemical.
What's the? I'm trying to think. I've seen what movie is
Wow.
that? I'm trying to think of what I've seen that from.
Well, there was a
It's,
Family Guy
Family
episode.
Guy with the wheelchair.
Yeah, they did
Oh,
that.
like, but I'm trying
the
like there's
handicap
thing where it's
guys.
like a bunch of
they did it. There's this Indian
like
movie.
small things where it's like they all come together and they like
Probably like
form as one. I don't know.
Transformers or
They have
something.
robots,
Maybe.
like micro
Yeah.
robots that do that.
I don't know. Yeah, something like that. Oh my god, that would be ridiculous if that
know.
happened. I mean, like, what? How is this happening?
The thing is, like, it was just like yeah, it was a zombie movie. Like, there was nothing in there that made me go like, oh yeah, now this is it. Like, it was just like, yeah, this is a zombie movie.
I liked the magazine duct tape on the forearm.
Oh,
I
yeah.
thought
Yeah, that was
cool.
cool. Yeah, that was
cool.
cool. That was smart. I
Yeah,
would
it's
not
a
have
good
thought
idea.
to do
Yeah,
that.
that's a good idea.
See, well, Max Brooks knows. He wrote a fucking survival guide, for Christ's sakes. Also, this guy was in the UN. Okay,
yeah, man.
so
That's where all the action
He is an expert marksman. Okay, like in the shopping mart
Right.
or whatever, and
Detective.
and yeah, all this stuff. I was like, come on. Just because he's in the fucking UN, he knows how to, like do all this stuff. I don't understand. I thought going into it that he was going to have been in the military.
It sounded
Because it
like
seemed
he
like a
was.
classic thing. Where it's like, I'm calling you in out of retirement. Take this. Spread the word. Tell them how to take these sunset patches down. Like for Independence Day. Welcome to Earth.
Who directed this movie?
It said
Is that anyone we know?
Something Foster. Mark Foster, I think. I don't know. I have to look him up. I don't know anything else he's done.
Oh, you know what was funny? In the beginning,
Oh,
before the movie started...
the production credits?
Right,
Yeah.
right. It was like the movie was starting and it faked you out with the production.
I've never
yeah,
seen
this movie-
so many production credits in the beginning.
Yeah,
like
really,
5.
me neither.
I think I counted 4 or 5.
So first you had to sit through.
And I thought the movie was starting through like 3 of them, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because the music was real creepy.
Almost
Yeah.
like
so then it was like
Plan B, then Hemisphere.
Yeah, Skydance,
Paramount,
all these things, and then so there's like 5 or 6 of those.
Right.
Then now the movie's starting, and then the
it's like
first
happy music.
credit you see is like Paramount Pictures, Skydance Films.
Yeah, like I just saw
Then you
this.
have to see 3 more, just the text.
I thought it was
couldn't
funny
believe it.
that it was creepy movie. It was creepy music when they're showing those credits, and then the movie starts and it's like all nice and it's a beach.
Who wants pancakes? Yeah. This is the best birthday ever.
Was it a birthday? Is that
No,
what
I
it-
don't know.
Oh.
I'm just saying that. I want for my birthday no zombies ever.
So did they
Sorry,
explain what
bitch.
started? It was just like a virus, like a
Nobody really knows. Yeah, they like
don't
abandoned the patient 0 because it's pointless at that because there's no way that he's going to get any further.
Right.
And so the next step is to like, all right, until we can figure something out, we have this camouflage and we'll start to like take out the zombies
Save
and save people and try and get back and solve what happened, or they'll at least just survive it. And I guess one plan could be just destroy every single zombie, if that's even possible. Because apparently they can't even find one when you're like sitting next to a closet and there's a zombie right in it next to you, and you're screaming your head off. The zombie's just sitting in there.
They're everywhere.
So pretty
All right,
easy.
well,
They pretty hide pretty easily.
Would you recommend this film?
I would.
I would.
Having said all these things that we don't like about it,
we're mostly
I did
like,
really enjoy it.
nitpicking.
Yeah, it got no yawns from me.
Oh yeah, Boss has a system that
A
he
yawn?
uses. Yeah, it's a yawn-based system. Okay,
Rating
the
movies.
more yawns a film gets, the more he disliked it.
Exactly.
Okay. What if you went to the movies and you hadn't like slept in a day or something? Doesn't that throw off the whole
Well,
system?
the movie should be good enough to keep him awake.
I make sure I get a good amount of sleep every night.
Okay.
That's just ridiculous.
Don't be absurd, Oxnard.
But there are movies to go off that topic. There are movies which I have slept through, which have been very. I slept through. What was it? Bad Boys 2. I slept through
Wow.
like the latter part of it.
I'm not. That's fine.
But I'm just saying it's like an
Bad
action
Boys
movie.
2 is not.
You know, it's
oh
not
yeah,
like,
yeah. But action can get boring.
Exactly. That's.
Right. Yeah. So okay, you recommended? Do you recommend it, Boss?
Yeah, I do. It was good.
What about you, Oxnard?
It was a larf.
Yeah, I mean, if you like zombie movies, it doesn't disappoint.
It was a great. I'll say this: it was a great zombie movie. Just like if you just like zombie movies, definitely see it because it was very
it was
intense.
an okay.
Doesn't
zombie
talk to
movie.
him dead, but it was good.
No, Dawn of the Dead has Ving Rhames in it. So if this movie had Ving Rhames,
Oh, forget about it.
maybe as the undersecretary of the UN was Ving Rhames instead of that guy, or
he had a
some other
shotgun?
role. Yeah,
Like he doesn't have
Yeah.
to use it; he just needs to like carry it around
Right.
the office and stuff.
yeah,
Like,
yeah. And he just looks pissed off.
it's just like, God damn it!
Yeah. Give him a bandana, then maybe this movie would have gotten higher praise.
If you like zombie movies, go see it. It's PG-13. You can,
Yeah, see, the
Pretty sure there was
There's
kids
nothing
when we
weird.
saw
The
it.
zombies needed a good supporting cast. Like in Dawn of the Dead, it's got those nice token characters like Ving.
Every
Rhames,
zombie
you
should have
know.
been a celebrity.
No, but I'm saying in this one, there's no humans where I'm like, oh man, they're cool, right?
What?
In this movie, I'm saying there's no humans where I'm like, oh man, he's
I
cool.
thought
right.
the
We're
shaved.
supposed to think that about Brad Pitt.
I thought the girl with the shaved head from Jerusalem was pretty.
Oh,
cool.
yeah,
she was
cool.
alright.
She
She
was
was
cool.
alright.
But then they cut her
I
head
didn't mind
off.
her.
Yeah, they kind of hobbled. Well, she would have turned into a zombie if he didn't.
And
Quick thinking. But yeah, it was very video game like.
It definitely was.
It was,
and
but
you're absolutely
like
right.
they hint at that they're gonna do some video game stuff, and I'm like, don't hint at it. Like do it. Like let's see some.
It's like, we're being chased. We're at the back of the plane. This is it. We're gonna get away. Oh, good. I found a grenade. You know what I mean? And then, take off. It's like the last
Definitely
two
gonna be a
players.
video
Because like in Walking Dead, not everyone would survive. So some people get to the plane.
Left 4 Dead,
I mean, yes. What I say?
Walking Dead.
Oh, Well,
You
sorry.
just spoiled the show for
Shit.
me.
No. So like then like two people get off, and then you'd see like the cutscene of the people leaving, and like zombies like falling out. That's exactly what they did. Like the bay is open in the plane,
Yeah.
and you see zombies
That's
falling out into the sky.
because I've played that game and there were parts like you're just about to get to that helicopter and the tank like punches you off the building and then the camera starts and sometimes you see your character going oh man, but
and I also learned don't hang out with Brad Pitt because there will be an imminent explosion or catastrophe.
he's gonna
that
cut
will
your
come.
hand
And-
off.
and he'll be fine.
Yeah, he
okay,
will.
he's gonna survive,
for a
and
shank in
only
his butt.
one other person is gonna survive with him. It's either the pilot of the plane that he's sitting next to, or the girl that he saved that he's on the plane sitting next to.
right.
That's it.
You want to talk about any of the trailers before the movie?
I thought it was funny
That one trailer was really
the
scary.
Leonardo DiCaprio movie. I
that's
thought,
a Martin Scorsese.
Yeah.
I thought it was funny that the guy from Walking Dead was in it as this random.
Which guy?
Oh, well, that's definitely on purpose because they want to show
what's
you
his
relevant
face?
trailers.
Wait, who from Walking Dead?
Was it the guy singing in the restaurant scene?
I can't
No, that was Matthew
I can't
McConaughey.
describe him without spoiling Walking
With terrible
Dead.
hair. His hair.
Shane from Walking Dead.
Oh yes, yes, with a goatee.
yeah,
he had a
like in a
handle.
weird outfit.
Yeah, he had a handlebar mustache.
Right, yeah.
yeah. That was like looked like it was dyed black
Yeah, I
or
don't
something.
know.
It was like-
It was
yeah, I
really
don't know
funny.
what that movie looks interesting. Then
I
there
don't
was that
think so.
really
It looks-
scary.
Oh my
well,
God.
it's
What was that one
Martin
called?
Scorsese.
Was so scary.
The scary movie?
That was a good
The
trailer.
DiCaprio movie?
No,
No,
the
no.
one that scared you with the clapping.
It was
DiCaprio
something-
was like the
The
Wolf
Conjuring
of Wall Street.
or
The Conjuring. Yeah,
Conjuring.
The Conjuring.
That was
Holy
scary.
shit.
Oh,
Because you
I'm
know why
not
that trailer
seeing
was
that.
good? It was a scene. It gave you a little scene of what the movie's going to be like. It wasn't
Yeah.
like the other trailers. Like the first trailer, remember you said, it looked
Oh my
horrible?
god, that movie with
Oh,
Harrison
God.
Ford and Gary Oldman.
Oh, what a
Yeah.
horrible,
Oh my
horrible
God.
movie.
That looks so bad.
Like if you saw that trailer, I'm like, please don't get.
That's
fooled-
one of the
fooled by
trailers.
this.
They put you just watch the whole movie in the trailer,
Oh,
and then you
so
see like,
stupid.
oh, okay, this guy's like, oh, I've been honing my skills in the basement. Now I'm a
There's
technology
14
guru.
iPhones that
And,
light up at the same time.
Yeah,
Where'd
and
you get all these
these
iPhones
guys are
from?
fighting over me, but they're nefarious, and they're trying to screw each other over. But then they try and have me killed, but then I get back at them and screw them over.
Yeah, there's the movie.
The end.
Like, I don't need to see
I
that
win.
movie.
That was the movie. But that Conjuring movie.
Oh God.
That was good.
That scared the shit out of me, that fucking preview. I was
Clapping
more
ghosts.
scared.
Yes.
I was definitely more scared and nervous watching the trailer than I was in
I was
the movie.
I was
that
telling
we watched.
Oxnard that I was like, it was just such a short trailer, but I actually didn't expect most of the things in that little trailer. Like,
Yeah, well,
at the end when she lights the match, I was expecting a face to come out finally to
Yes.
see the ghost, but then it was the clapping, and I was like, oh,
See these
Yeah,
white hands.
that
Oh my
was
God.
fucking creepy.
It was
Oh,
really
man.
creepy just when they're playing the game. First, I thought it was going to be. I honestly thought this movie is a comedy movie when they
first
first,
I thought it was
first
like
saw it. Yeah.
like a Narnia remake because
Yeah.
the wardrobe opens
So,
up.
like, they go in this house. It's like the 70s. The music is like not scary in nature. You know, it's like a more of a lighthearted sound. And then
Wasn't that the guy?
They're
What's
playing
his name from Office
Ron
Space?
Livingston.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, it was
You only
him.
see him for 2 seconds. and
Yeah,
his
I was like,
big
wait, what
hand.
happened to him? Is it him playing a joke, an elaborate prank the whole time?
Like they would be like, "It's me,
It's me.
the whole time.
It's me, Ron Livingston from Office
I
Space.
conjured claps."
So anyway, so they're playing hide and seek, and I thought she was gonna fall down the stairs because they're playing on the second floor. So you can see the staircase, and she's kind of like walking in that direction, and then all of a sudden you see this thing open up, and I was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah,
and then
we
you
all
see
saw
these-
Narnia
you see
because it was a wardrobe.
these, right?
Yeah.
And then you see these like pure white,
At that point, you didn't
like
know it was
out
a,
of focus hands
at that
come and
point-
like clap, really
right.
creepy.
At that point, though, we didn't know it was a horror movie.
Exactly, that's
why. That's what made me think Narnia. And
yeah,
I was like, no.
that's but then
yeah.
that's when I was like transitioning to
Right.
being very
Yeah, to,
nervous
like,
because I
uh-oh.
thought I was waiting for her to be like whoa, and then it was like this summer. You know, I was waiting for a
I like
stupid
that.
campy
Right.
movie.
Like I would love to
that
go to.
scared the shit out of me.
did.
I would love to go to a horror movie and like not like they advertise it as like a comedy or
Yeah.
something, and then
Oh, that would be awesome.
I was just
But
gonna
I
say
wish
the
they
same
would do
thing.
that.
I
Trick
almost
people.
wish that
Oh,
I didn't
wow.
see that preview or anything, and it was just like, oh, let's just go see this movie, and it's not even called The Conjuring, and like you
the
think,
happiness.
yeah,
yeah,
like
or you
remember
just,
when we
like,
saw
you just go to this movie, and then you're just you know, and then you're just blown
remember when
away.
we saw Shutter Islands?
Oh yeah,
Me and Dexter, we went to I forget what
it
movie.
was a special screening.
yeah, but we went to a movie. Maybe it was like
Oh, that gave us that, right?
Yeah, and a guy walked up to us and said, "Oh, we're gonna have this special thing,
Yeah.
and we want guys like you to watch the movie."
Yeah.
But I forget what movie we were at.
can't remember.
And so then we went to, and all he told us was like, "It's a movie called Shutter Island with Leonardo DiCaprio and Martin Scorsese."
Yeah.
Like we didn't know what to
And it
expect.
hadn't been, like there was parts. It hadn't been fully finished yet. Like there was some sound editing that still had to be done, some special effects
Yeah,
here
like
and
so,
there.
you
still
saw the
added.
green screen. Sometimes I was like, "This is really cool." Like
Yeah.
we're really seeing like
And,
how a movie.
and then we were like selected for this panel after of like 10 people or so to talk about it. But yeah, that was.
But that was great because
we had no idea what the hell it was.
Because I asked people about Shutter Island, and a lot of them are like, "Yeah, it was okay." But I really like Shutter Island because I was completely surprised by it. Like I didn't know what to expect. Like I didn't like Shutter Island. It sounds creepy, weird.
Yeah, I didn't know
Martin
what
Scorsese.
it was. It was, and it turned into this psychological thriller, which I wasn't expecting at all. And then the same thing happened to me with not a scary movie at all. It happened to me with A Beautiful Mind, because I had no idea anything about John Nash at all, and I just went with this movie with a friend of ours. And when I saw, I was like, "This guy's schizophrenic." I was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" I was like, "This movie is amazing."
Really?
I had no idea that was coming. The movie that movie blew me away.
Yeah. Then there was the Anchorman trailer.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
that is gonna be great.
I love Anchorman.
That was so.
really
That
funny.
looks gonna be so funny. I said there's another teaser trailer that I saw.
I saw they released one a few weeks ago. I saw that one.
It's just like them talking in a room, and then Ron Burgundy was like, "Hey, fat face!" Like that was hilarious.
Yeah, this was like the full trailer. Was there another trailer?
I don't know. I forgot even about the Anchorman.
Oh, there was that one from the District 9. District 9
there was
director?
no. It's the Elysium movie.
Yeah,
the
Elysium,
director of District 9 made, which looks pretty interesting.
It looked interesting, yeah. Because that's kind of how I think things are gonna go. That the super rich elite are gonna like be in space and just leave Earth.
I wouldn't be surprised.
To like our own devices.
But it was funny because I thought I want to find out more about like them making that movie, because there were so many shots and like little things that seem so Asimov inspired to me.
Yeah,
just like the
robots
shot
and
when you
stuff.
see the woman like reading outside, and it's this beautiful day, and you see a robot standing right next to her, and like there's no illness up there.
Yeah, what was
like,
that
there were
one
things
part?
that were very
They
inspired
scan her
by
body, and it says like all
Cancer removed.
Yeah, cancer
yeah, 100%.
removed.
Yeah, cancer free or cancer removed.
like,
Yeah, I couldn't
holy
remember.
shit,
I was like,
what?
Wow. You have AIDS though. The robot says after that.
We
Sorry.
we
What's strange
replaced
about
it.
that?
Yeah.
What's strange about that is that
It's not
she
possible.
developed cancer, right? It's like, if you could remove cancer that easily, why did she develop it in the first place? Unless she just came there.
Oh yeah, maybe.
Right?
Oh,
Well, maybe once you can remove it
Yeah.
easily, there's no need to make any preventions
So we
for
could
it.
just get cancer and be like, "No, I'll take care
Yeah.
of it." I
yeah. You
guess,
think they would
maybe.
have like a cancer vaccine?
Yeah, like, here, take this pill, you never get cancer.
Maybe they do. Maybe we should
gives
just
you
take it.
syphilis though.
Maybe just
Right.
they have so many different options that it's not even. It's just like, oh, you can either take the pill, or if you get it,
Right,
you do
yeah.
this. That's the point. And then the guy from Diamond in the Rough has to rise up with cyborg parts. And apparently he's gonna climb to Elysium, or I don't know what.
Well, he can't climb there,
or
but
jump
he's gonna.
there. He says, "With this, you can get to Elysium."
Yeah.
Oh,
I didn't know what that was.
yeah, because it's something with it like has the power to like take their whole system down.
I thought they were gonna show him like practicing jumping up and down. Like,
He's just got to jump rope. And then what was the? Oh yeah, and then the Wolverine movie. Does that
it
take
looks
place?
so
I guess
stupid.
is that taking place in the future?
Who knows?
Because
no,
I
that's
think
supposed to be
everyone
like.
else is everyone else. All the other X-Men are gone now.
No, I
and
think
like,
it's like a prequel or whatever. It's like him, like he's an ancient.
so he wanted to get rid of his like. I guess immortality, kind of like
thought it was-
100,
He's like in
like
World
however
War
many
II.
years before.
I thought it was like what you said, like afterwards.
No, I think it's later on because
Right.
no, it can't be because Jean Grey is in it and she's already dead.
Yeah.
or
I think it's gonna
she's
jump
become
around.
Phoenix.
No, I thought she was like a dream.
Yeah, she was.
Yeah, so she.
Yeah, she
right,
wasn't real.
right, so she
That was
dead.
like a dream or
Yeah.
like a hallucination that he was having. So it takes place after
Right.
after the X-Men films.
But it's gonna jump around, I think, because they showed like shots of him in World War II.
Yeah, well, that's a flashback
that's the
because they
origin where
say,
he
"Oh,
saved
you
the guy."
saved my father, and
Yeah.
he wants to help you now."
'Cause I'm
So
pretty
they
sure there
cut
was-
to him saving the father.
I'm pretty sure there was a comic
like,
book
Vietnam.
that showed Wolverine like in feudal Japan.
Oh yeah, feudal,
Feudal.
frugal.
I can never get that.
Oh, what is he from?
Fertile
Frugal? Is he
Japan.
from
Fertile
frugal Japan? Is he from fruitful Japan? Oh well, they did. Well, they already had the other Wolverine movie too, where they were. It's the prequel. It's before it becomes an X-Men, which was awful.
I don't like X-Men movies.
I mean, they're bad. I can't believe this is like the 5th fucking one.
They love Wolverine.
Yeah.
If they're not going to bother to number them and not like make it clear like where it takes place or what's going on, like I can't like Fast and Furious or Final Destination.
Well, interesting with Fast and Furious. Okay.
Well, now it's 6. They started numbering it. Again,
Yeah, they started numbering right because you had the Fast and the Furious, then you had the Fast and the Furious 2.
Too Fast, Too Furious, or something. I think.
Oh, you're right. Yeah. Right. The Fast and the Furious, then Too Fast, Too Furious, then the Fast and the Furious Tokyo Drift. Okay, and now all the movies after Tokyo Drift are a prequel to Tokyo Drift.
Okay.
So then Fast and Furious is before Tokyo Drift, right? And then they made Fast 5 and now Fast 6, which just came out recently.
Okay. I haven't seen any one of
Boss
those.
is sneezing. Bless you.
We should wrap this up and do Superman.
Oh, yeah, we got to talk about
separately.
Superman.
We should do it separately.
Okay. So we're gonna do Superman next. So
Well, actually, you'll have listened. Superman should be first.
we'll do Superman first.
Or just release him at the same time.
We're gonna release him
But
at
we'll
the
do
same
it separate.
Yeah.
So let's just wrap this one up.
Save this.
We're done.
So yeah, World War Z. It's okay.
Check it out.
3 thumbs up, sort of.
Out of what?
Well, 2 from Boss
know.
and then 1 from me. Is
Figure
that
it
what
out.
that is?
Figure it out
No
yourself.
yawns.
No yawns.
It's a
We got no
yawn. Yeah,
yawns,
you got
so
no yawns.
that's a good rating,
That's
honestly.
that should be our rating system. No yawns.
No yawns.
No yawns.
0 out of 5 yawns. That means good.
Yep.
Bye.
Have a good. Yep.